Hi, I'm Paul,
And I'm Renee.
and this is our room with a view. We're wrapping up our 6 weeks
Yeah,
of time
Quartzite.
here at Quartzite. It's starting to get warm. A couple days ago, it was almost 100, so that's our signal to go further south and get warmer. Don't ask us why about that, but we'll tell you in a minute.
So we are enjoying Quartzite. When I first moved in here, I wasn't so sure I liked it. After Caballo Loco and how remote we were there and how quiet it was, I was like, what's the world is going on? But I do enjoy it. I've actually learned a lot about Quartzite. I think we have, and we're enjoying it
We
quite a
do we
lot.
do have to say that I think Silly Al's is the best pizza.
Yep. Yeah, I think
I'm sure
so.
that'll start a controversy, but there you go.
I know.
I was the same way when I first got here. It wasn't. It was a little bit more populated than it is now. It's not a lot. Where the spot that we've been in has kind of been a little transitory. A few people moved in, moved out, but they were just here for days or daytimers. And but I've grown to really like Quartzite, the site, and Quartzite, the town. It's funky. It's obviously very much geared towards people like us, snowbirds, and then there's a lot of people around here who clearly stay much longer or even all season from September or April. It's been a very interesting experience seeing all the different rigs, all the different ways that people deal with staying out here. Rough camping. There are a lot of people here who are just in tents, and that's a lot of work.
And it gets really windy some days
Oh
too.
gosh,
So,
yeah,
I
it's
mean, and we've seen tents destroyed from the wind. So, feel sorry for them, and they kind of come back and do something different, move into a van, move into a some type of trailer, something like that, or buy another tent and set it back up. But
yep.
it is, yeah, pretty rough. It would be very hot in the summertime. I would not enjoy that. I am like a 70s, 80s, 90s kind of girl. I do not like over 100.
I don't complain too much about heat because you don't have to shovel it.
Yeah.
But when it gets to 100 and up, then it gets to be really onerous. And the only way that we can cool this beast is we're running the noisy generator, which just chews through propane. It ends up being about $75 a week to
Yeah.
cool it. So we've been blessed with relatively cool temperatures. Again, it's starting to get warmer, but and when we move south to Yuma, we're going to stay there for just a little bit, and then we're going to start heading a little bit more north and east on the next part of our adventure.
Yeah.
We have heard some tales that they're probably going to raise the rates here from $180 a season to maybe as much as 600, which is going to be, I can kind of understand it with the stuff that's going on in the country and them needing more money to do things. This is pretty much run by volunteers and very few paid staff, and they do a great job. They really do. The pit toilets are always clean. They're always nice,
Hmm.
never stinky. They're usually well supplied with toilet paper, but they only do it twice a week. It's been a great place to walk the dog who's just out of the shot here. Uh, what else have we learned
I
here? We'd
think you
like.
learned a ton about solar. So
I
you've
did.
you added two more panels, and then we also have some flat panels that can just be put out, placed out. We haven't got those hooked up right now, but you hooked those up as well. You learned how to run everything and not really even have to run the generator as long as you said, as we don't, if we don't need air conditioning. So if we need air conditioning, we have to turn the generator on right now.
Yeah, we really have got to the
That
point
kind
where
of
we can
perfected.
run everything because we have a 110-volt refrigerator,
Hmm.
and we can run that on our inverters and our two big lithium batteries with just the solar.
Hmm.
Uh,
Streaming shows. We have Starlink. We have, you know, you changed over all the lights to more efficient lights, things like that. But yeah, we don't even run out. Like it's not like we have to turn the generator on to uh, build
no,
up, our power or anything like
if
that.
we go to
As
bed
long
and
as
our
we know.
batteries are between 90 and 98%, we wake up at that between 79 82% all the time. So
Hmm.
not a worry there.
No.
again, we really enjoy it here. We probably will be back next year and do it again. Even if it's $600, that's still cheap rent for 3 4 months of staying. And we'll probably stay a little bit longer and maybe get here a little bit earlier, maybe early December. And but still after the RV show, because I don't want to be here when there's 150,000 people in town. It's crazy enough with however many there's here now. That many, I don't think we're either one of us are big fans of that.
No, and in fact, we've actually looked. We're not unhappy with our site here, but we have looked at some other sites where you have better, more unobstructed views, and you're not seeing quite as many campers if you move more towards the east. And or go into Tyson Wells, although again, you almost can't tell at this time of year because so many people have moved out. It could be populated.
Well, one thing
If
we have noticed is that the closer you get to town, with Tyson Wells, La Posa North, they are more densely populated because it's much closer to town. So there's a lot more people there who I would love to ride my bike into town from here, but the side roads and going through the washes and stuff just don't bounce very well anymore. So decided I
not
just
that
wasn't going
easy.
to do that. And I
Yeah, it's
don't ride on the road.
and I walked into town and back, but it's a walk. It's 3.5 miles, and the dog was kind of complaining by the end of it on the way
He's an old
back.
guy like me.
Yeah,
He doesn't like going on death marches.
no, he's like, when are we gonna get back to the camper? So, yeah, 3.5, not a long walk if it's pleasant, if you have shade, but you really don't. So, it was just dusty, dirty, right alongside the road, and so not the most pleasant. But I'd love to ride my bike too, but they really need something paved or a better surface or something,
And even
and
at
they're not
600
going to do
bucks, that's
that.
not going to happen.
No, no, it's not. And
Well, we really, when we went into this year as full timers, virgins, we thought we would like this. We thought we would find it fun to stay together, and I think that we absolutely have.
yeah,
Renee and I love being together. We don't have problems being in a small space. It's nice not having all the stuff and all the possessions. We've actually even gotten rid of things. We've gone to the Salvation Army here in town and gotten rid of things. Like we had what
3 sets of measuring cups. I have no idea why, but it's like I do not need that. I really don't need that. So
it kind of goes
you
to when you
know,
live in a house, you tend to accumulate that stuff and you
right?
don't think about it because you got another cabinet to put it in, you've got a basement to put it in.
You don't even
Well,
almost realize you
this is
have
our
all
only
those.
basement.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that big, and also just clothing that we're not going to wear or that we've outgrown. Whatever, and not outgrown by getting bigger, outgrown by getting smaller, which is a good thing. So, but yeah, we really enjoy it here. We like all the quirky little places. The town now, and maybe it's had it for a while, has all kinds of camels in different locations, because Hi Jolly, who
Yeah,
was
he
very
was a
famous in
Syrian
this area,
immigrant.
yeah, who helped train the Camel Brigade or the
Camel
Camel
Corps in the army, which
Military.
didn't last very long. But if you look up
No,
Hi Jolly, Hijolly,
that was his
that
nickname.
was his nickname,
Hmm.
and it's a fascinating story. And they're very proud of the camels.
They are
They're
camels
everywhere around here.
everywhere,
They're
all
just
over town.
they're big ones. There's little ones. There's ones on the signs.
There's metal, there's, yeah, cloth,
It's
there's
pretty cool. It's pretty
everything.
cool
So
actually.
yeah, and the community is very nice and really engaged. They have a lot of civic activities that you can go to, and it just is really a fun place. I
It
don't
is
think you should cross it off the list. I think you should
absolutely not.
put it on the list and come and enjoy.
It's a great place to stay. It
It
really is.
is.
And again, it's inexpensive living, and it's really nice because I don't have to shovel anything.
Yeah.
Did I mention snow? That I don't like snow anymore. I'm a native Coloradan, and I don't like snow anymore. I
Hmm.
really don't. So that's what we're doing. We're chasing the 70, and we'll be back with another installment when we get set up wherever we get set up again. I think the next place we're going to be long term is in Oklahoma at your farm.
It will be, but we'll go to San Antonio. We'll go to Austin. We're going definitely to Carlsbad and meeting my sister and brother-in-law and going to Carlsbad Caverns, and so we'll be several places, and we will let you know where we are and what we are doing.
We've had friends of ours, and we said you can come and visit us, and they really did. My pseudo daughter and replacement singer in the band, Sarah, came down and stayed for a couple days.
Your friend John Garrett
John Garrett
and his
came down, and
intelligent, amazing daughter Emma
yep,
came along as well, and they were very welcome and fun guests to
got
have.
other friends coming. So that's what we told everyone. We were, they were kind of bemoaning the fact that we wouldn't be around. They said, "Well, come visit us. We're just two old retired people, and we got room for you. And come stay with us in our room for the view."
Yep.
So until next time.
Peace.